Hey everyone, Terrarysing here with another Moze build for you tonight. So I don't BS, we don't mess around at the start of the video with all the hey guys, like I said before. So if you could just like or subscribe or follow wherever you're watching the video from, that only helps me out. It's just an update on the NeverDie build that I did for Moze recently. I've made a few tweaks here and there, and I noticed we weren't getting a lot of damage with that build. Save file will be available for download below, or in the comments, wherever. Just have a check and see. Depends on what platform you're watching on. The simulating Devil's Foursome is again the main gun in this build. The other guns are optional. We're mainly using them for their anointments, so you may have other guns that carry the anointments. So let's go through those first. I don't have anything on my stimulating Devil's Foursome. If you should find one, please mail it to me. We get the subsidized Fearmonger, so while terrified, enemy bullets have a chance to reflect off of us. The more terror, the better. On action skill end, splash damage is increased by 125% for a short time. I do recommend having the annexed skating ion cannon. That's hard to say. Mainly because it's a good weapon for bosses. You have to stand really close to it to get the return shields from it, which we'll talk about in a second, but you mainly be using the Devil's Foursome for that. This abundant compressing Trevinator is also good if you have a shocking one, but it's not necessary. It's just on action skill end, weapon status effect damage and chance are increased by 75% for a short time. Transformer, while terrified we gain ammo regeneration. This saves us putting any points into bottomless mags. Fortified Bloodletter, with 5 points in the Phalanx Doctrine. So as you know, we get shields whenever we're supposed to, we take on shock damage of shields through our Transformer, and so on and so forth. Last Stand Deathless, so I've changed the artifact on the build to the Last Stand Deathless. This just makes more sense now. Surge Grenade, so on action skill end, apply terror to ourselves every 5 seconds for the next 18 seconds. So every time we exit auto bear, we take on a little terror. Skills are as follows, so we're not putting anything into bottomless mags. We're going to get that. We're going to achieve basically the bottomless mags tree another way. So 5 out of 5 in Armored Infantry, 5 out of 5 in Vlad Off Ingenuity, 5 out of 5 in Drowning in Brass, 2 out of 3 in Behind the Iron Curtain, 3 out of 3 in Desperate Measures, and 5 out of 5 all been given to us by our class mod in the Phalanx Doctrine. The blue skill tree, a lot of points in here, so 3 out of 3 on Deadlines and 2 out of 5 in Grizzled. A lot of people ask why I don't use Fire in the Skag Den on the live stream. The reason is because it also gives incendiary damage, which we don't want to do because we're going to be shooting ourselves in the foot quite literally a lot on this build. 2 out of 5 did I say in Grizzled, 1 out of 5 in Stainless Steel Bear, 5 out of 5 in Torque Cross Promotion, 3 out of 3 in Means of Destruction, 3 out of 3 in Pull the Holy Pin, 1 out of 1 in Auto Bear, 5 out of 5 in Vampire, and 4 out of 5 in Explosive Punctuation. And then to round it all off, Sharp Fuse. So we get a little explosion every time we deal some gun damage, hopefully. And how does it all work? So the idea again is to just build shields. So if we shoot ourselves into the foot with the Devil's Foursome here, we'll always be regenerating shields, or we'll always be hurting enemies if we shoot them in the foot as well. This is not really much different to the last build that I uploaded, except that we're getting way more damage with it, because I noticed after I posted that video that while the build was effective, it took a very long time to take out any armored enemies. So as you can see, it's a bit better here, and if I throw some grenades in the mix, it kind of makes it go that bit faster. Now we get into Auto Bear, or whatever it's called, and we do some damage with that. The weapons I'm using on the bear are the grenade launcher with shaped charge, so direct hits deal 35% more damage. And then I'm also using the railgun with the corrosive sabot round. Corrosive sabot round. That's what I'm going to go with. So just to, again, because this build is a bit weak at hurting armor, this will just help out when you... And then because you have auto bear on, it'll continue to fire when you hop out for a little while. So that will just be doing more armor damage for you, because this build kind of lacked in that department. So that's why I'm updating this. Again, save file will be down below. I won't waste anyone's time. Thank you for watching my videos. Please check out my other shit. That's it. This video is not for kids. Check out my other stuff if you don't mind. It only helps me out, and I'll be back with more Borderlands videos with builds like this as soon as I can, though the book is kind of written on Amara and Moze at the moment. I will venture in. I've been asked to venture into Flak and Zane. I will do that as soon as I have finished I have to finish the game with Flak, which is just something I hadn't done yet. But I think the book's kind of written on those guys at the moment on YouTube as well. But these Moze, I think a lot of people gave up on Mosley, and I just don't see why. So there you go. You can see it gets in some nice damage when you build it up, and then just to save on some ammunition, etc., etc. Every now and then get into the auto bear. Terror gets applied. When that's also happening, you're getting a bigger buff because your enemy bullets are more likely to reflect off you than to hit you. Also have kind of a constant ammo regen with all the splash damage you're doing. So best of luck with it, and I'll see you in the next one.